Hey fellow YouTubers, JJ the Trucker coming to you from South Beloit, Illinois with another weekly update for y'all. Alright, look at this weather, man. That is beautiful weather. It's nice outside. Still jacket weather, but not heavy jacket weather, if you know what I mean. And so let's see here. We are at the Flying J. Just picked up 165 gallons worth of diesel and some DEF. No reefer fuel because we've got a dry load. We're running some Sam Adams beer up to North Dakota. Yep, it is due tomorrow morning. Actually, it's due tomorrow, you know, pretty much all day. We should get there tomorrow morning. It is currently Thursday morning. Let's check out the route here. So last I left you, let's get this out of the glare. Last I left you, we were in Gary, Indiana. And so we're not too far. We're only a couple hours away from there. And we went ahead and got that fuel. So we are on our way up to North Dakota, just north of Fargo, right there on the Minnesota-North Dakota border. So yeah, enjoy the scenery, and I will let you know what's going on once we get to the receiver. We are now on the outskirts of Minneapolis and St. Paul, Minnesota, the Twin Cities, two big cities, one shared metropolis. It's actually really nice. I visited a number of years ago. The last year the Superdome was standing. It's where the Minnesota Twins played, and it was pretty cool. I went there and saw the Yankees beat the Twins in 15 innings. Man, it was a late season game. That dome was yeah, it was ready to come down. It needed it. And then it snowed later on that year and collapsed the dome anyway. Man, couldn't believe it. But that dome was already ready to go, and they had the new stadium being built, so I got to see that. That was really cool. And the Mall of America. Man, if you ever want to go shopping, other than Rodeo Drive, if you got some serious money, the Mall of America, it is the most incredible mall I have ever seen. Has an amusement park and everything, which I certainly took advantage of. And well, yeah, I had a really good time out here. So yeah, definitely a city worth visiting. Anyways, hope you've enjoyed the outskirts of Minneapolis and St. Paul, Minnesota. Happy early Friday morning, really early Friday morning. We are in Minnesota, and now we're in North Dakota. We just crossed over the Red River of the North, and there's a very interesting fact about the Red River of the North. It is only one of 3 rivers in the United States that flowed north. Yep, the one's in Florida, the other one's in Oregon. Yeah, this one flows north, goes on up into Canada, and eventually comes out the Hudson Bay, all the way out in New York, and then into the Atlantic. So yeah, we are now in North Dakota, coming up on Fargo, North Dakota. Welcome to Fargo, North Dakota. Interesting thing you definitely don't want to do here while you're in Fargo or anywhere in North Dakota. You don't want to lay down and fall asleep with your shoes still on. It's illegal. Yes, look it up. It's illegal to lay down and fall asleep with your shoes still on. So, yep, passing through Fargo, North Dakota. Wait a minute. Hold on. Back that up. So, yep, passing through Fargo, North Dakota. I know what you're saying. JJ, weren't you just approaching Fargo, North Dakota just a moment ago, and it was early in the morning, it was dark out? What gives? Wow, alright, so it's been a busy morning. Let's see. I went ahead and got all the way to the shipper, or to the receiver. Oh, man. Got all the way to the receiver. That was super easy. I had one dock there. It's kind of a small place. Backed right on into the dock. They got me unloaded pretty quickly. I still didn't have a pre-plan, so I'm like, you know what? There's a Walmart 5 minutes away. Perfect time to go shopping. Give me 1 second here. So here I am going shopping at Walmart, and boom, another trip comes in right as I'm in the middle of shopping, wouldn't you know it. And yeah, so I had to plan for that one, you know, do all the pre-planning and all that stuff. And yeah, that took a bit of pre-planning to do. Ooh, busted. Somebody's going a little too fast. Yeah, it's a 55 zone out here right now. Actually just picked up, right as we were saying that, up to 75, so let's go ahead and hammer down. Alright. So yeah, this trip is interesting. Pays extremely well, like really freaking well. Here's the thing, I've got a deadhead for it for a little bit, which again, deadhead's paid for within this load, so it's not a big deal. Oh yeah, buddy, go ahead and cut on in right there, nice and close. Sure. I was keeping that room there just for you. Yeah. Jeez. Alright. So yeah, I'm deadheading all the way down to about Sioux City or Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Got to get a trailer washout, got to pick up some fuel while I'm there, and we're picking up a meat load going down to Georgia. So it's going to take me the rest of the day to get to the O1, pick it up. It's a drop and hook, but they are out of prime trailers. So this drop and hook is actually going to be a live load, it looks like, or maybe drop my trailer, they'll load my trailer, and then I pick up my trailer. We'll see how that goes. And then here's the interesting part. It's a 24-hour drive. If things go smoothly, not accounting for, it accounts for a little bit of traffic, but doesn't account for most of what I would normally account for. I would normally account this to be about a 25 to 26 hour drive. But it's due on the third day, not let's see, today is the 20th, it's due on the 23rd at 6 a.m. Which means I've only really, you know, by the time I get to the O1 and get this thing picked up, my 14-hour clock's going to be done because I started so early in the morning. Oh man, so I'm going to have to pretty much stay there overnight. They do have overnight parking. But it basically gives me the 21st and 22nd to do all the driving, because it's due on the 23rd at 6 a.m. And if you've been following all my recap stuff, my hours and how that's looking, and basically how the hours work, you know you cannot drive 24 hours in 2 days. You can drive a maximum of 11 hours per day, so it's 22 hours, and even that's pushing it. Realistically, we're looking at, you know, 21 hours. Even that's pushing it. So I called my fleet manager. Instead of turning the load down, saying, hey, I can't make this, I called my fleet manager, said, hey, the load looks really good, but here's my concern. And I talked to him, and he goes, oh, well, you know, it's a drop and hook at the 90, the delivery. So once you get it picked up and you're on the road, just give me an ETA and we'll get that adjusted for you. Sweet. So yeah, it's a really good paying load, and I get to swing by Springfield tomorrow evening. I should be there, and it's actually right there in the middle of my trip, so that should be nice and easy. I'll go ahead and stop at Springfield, got some mail to pick up, got my merch to pick up that should be done by then, which is good because I'm down to 2 extra large shirts in my merch bag right now. So good timing. Maybe I'll run into to somebody. We'll see. We're in Rowville, South Dakota. Check this out. Let's see if we can get him. Come on. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. And whoa! You see that? I hope you got to see that. Crop duster. That guy was low. Welcome to Sioux City, Iowa. Interesting info about Sioux City, Iowa. It is actually one of those border cities. A lot of the big cities are border cities, but this one borders on 3 states. It's in Iowa, borders Nebraska on the east side of Nebraska. And if you ever look at South Dakota, it's almost square-shaped, except in the far southeast corner. It kind of dips down. It kind of has like a little finger or a boot heel or something, maybe like a stiletto heel. It's kind of more what it looks like. And it just dips all the way down until it touches that border with Iowa, Sioux City, Iowa, to be exact. So we are approaching Peyton Manning's favorite city. Can you guess what it is? It's not Indianapolis. Omaha! 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 I wonder if that's also a safe word. Omaha! And here we are, Kansas. Now crossing over the Missouri River into, you guessed it, Missouri. Right there, check that out. Kansas City, everybody. Now, most of you would think Kansas City, well, it's simply a city in Kansas, right? Well, kind of, but not exactly. There is a city in Kansas called Kansas City. In fact, we were just in it. However, what you're looking at right there and the main portion of Kansas City is in Missouri. It's Kansas City, Missouri. So yeah, even the Kansas City Chiefs and the Kansas City Royals.
2 left lanes.
Thank you, Agatha. I know this. So yeah, the Chiefs and the Royals, both Kansas City teams, are actually Missouri teams. They both play in Kansas City, Missouri. Welcome to the Walnut Ridge area of Arkansas. First of all, please excuse the black streak right there in the middle of the windshield. New windshield wiper blades, and they have a tendency of doing that when they're brand new, so that won't be forever. But yeah, Walnut Ridge area of Arkansas, and if you're with Prime or been a truck driver for a while, you're probably thinking, Walnut Ridge, where does that sound familiar? Why is it raising some red flag in the back of my head? Well, if you're with Prime, you know that if you are even getting close to the state of Arkansas, you will get a message on your Qualcomm saying, we show that you're about to enter the state of Arkansas. Avoid the Walnut Ridge area because of a weight limit on a bridge, hefty fines, don't do it, avoid it, blah, blah, blah. Now, there is a workaround. You just, take another highway up to Pocahontas and around. It's about a 35-40 minute detour to get around it. Prime doesn't even really want you taking that, according to this message. And the routing that it gives you, it routes you, doesn't even let you go in the entire northwest corner of Arkansas. It'll route you all the way around, like a 2.5 hour reroute. So yeah, that's crazy. So me being the rebel that I am ignoring that advice, and I'm ignoring Nagatha. Nagatha keeps telling me, turn around, don't do it, no, beware all ye who enter. No. So, yeah, I'm going to do it anyway. Let's see, I am at 35.5 tons right now, total. Which, according to this bridge, according to, Prime and all that stuff, is 33-ton max. Oh, no. Am I going to face some hefty fines? Let's find out. We're coming up to it here pretty soon. Is this it? This is it, the Black River Bridge. Look at this. What's this? A nice new bridge. There's the Black River. Ah, look at this beautiful new bridge. No weight limit restriction on it. Yeah. That is it. So, you can almost ignore those warnings now. I say almost folks, because there are these little tiny bridges that go over the little creeks and stuff like that that are 36-ton weight limits. So if you are more than 36 tons, then you still want to avoid the entire area. Don't even take the workaround, because there was one of those bridges even prior to the workaround. So you will want to, avoid the area if you are over 36 tons. Again, I know we max out at 40 tons. So doing some quick math here, it's 4-ton difference. It's 8,000 pounds. Most of us can haul about 46,000 pounds total. So if you're hauling more than 38,000 pounds, call it 37,000 to be on the safe side. If you're hauling more than 37,000 in the box, avoid the area. If you're under 37K in the box, come on over. Come on in, the water's fine. All right, so there you go. We just went through the Walnut Ridge area. We just saved ourselves at least 2.5 hours of drive time by doing that. All right, I will see you guys in a little bit. Bye-bye. Happy Monday morning. We are in the middle of nowhere, Georgia, specifically New Elm, Georgia, and that is on the southern side, pretty much just north of Tallahassee, Florida. So we're near the Florida-Georgia line. And let's see, we made our delivery this morning. That was real easy. Pulled in, yep, drop it in this door, empties are in the back. There's your paperwork, thank you very much, goodbye. So, went ahead and made that. That was real quick, that was bang bang. And right as soon as I sent in the paperwork saying that it was done, I went ahead and got another load. So we are on our way to another load. There's a problem though. So here's the thing, we are heading to Macon, Georgia. It's about 2.5 hours away, to pick up a trailer that's already ready for us, which is awesome. I absolutely love those. Then we're heading up to Atlantic City, New Jersey. That's not the problem though. I don't mind Atlantic City. Not that well. I don't think I would. I've never actually delivered in Atlantic City itself, so we'd have to see about that. But from there, it then goes on to Bridgeport, Connecticut, and I wouldn't have an issue with that. The load pays, pretty well, actually. Here's the problem. This is the week I should have been doing the recap special, because right now I've only got about 10.5 hours on my clock, on my 70-hour clock. And then tomorrow I only get, like an hour and a half back, and then I only get like 3 hours after that. Remember I was telling you guys, those 2 days to worry about when I get hardly any hours back? Well, there you have it. That is what's going on. So I've got a load that is due on the 25th at about 22 hours away, total driving, and I've only got 16 hours from now through the 25th. So, what to do? Now, a lot of people would be, can't take this load. Oh, well, sorry, turn it down. I communicated with my fleet manager, let him know what was going on, and told him I would, you'd either have to, not do this, or if I did this, I'd have to repower tomorrow early afternoon, probably around 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That's about as far as I'd be able to go. And even then, I only have like 3 hours coming back. Maybe I think it's like 3 or 4 hours coming back the following day. So he left it up to me. He said, hey, we can get some revenue off of this one and, take it as far as you can, or we can pull it and find something else. Here's the thing. If they find something else, it's going to be a little day hopper. You know how I feel about day hoppers. They don't go that far. And the other option is just to go ahead and sit there and do a 34 right then and there. I was in Moultrie, Georgia. There was nothing around. I mean, I was 30 minutes to the nearest Walmart. Nothing to do. So, here's what my plan is. I'm going to go ahead and pick up this load, drive a few hours. It's already ready, so I'll be able to drive a few hours tonight. And then I'll be able to drive, 7 hours or 7.5 hours tomorrow. I'm going to kind of find an area where it's going to be a good area to do a 34, because, you know, I'm going to be pretty much sitting anyway. I did tell him I'd be up for a local load or whatever, you know, because I've got good hours coming back on the 26th. But on the 25th, you know, what am I going to do? Now, he could have something in the local area that, you know, maybe I can drive to, you know, deadhead to, you know, for 4 hours, sit there and pick it up on the 26th. That's probably what's going to end up happening. But I'm going to find a good area to take a 34 at, just in case that is the resolution. So let's see what happens, shall we? This week's already turned out really well, so I'm not worried about revenue for this week, that's for sure. All right, that's it. I will pick you guys up in a moment. All right, that was a quick moment, I know. But think about this. Imagine this not being a paved road. Imagine this being a skinnier dirt road with the ravine up ahead, okay? And I'd have to, you know, take this dirt ramp and jump over that ravine here in Hazard County. What's that all remind you of? That's what this whole area reminds me of right here. It's in the right state. Might as well. Happy Tuesday morning, everybody. All right, pre-trip is done. It is early, and I just want to show you guys where I'm at right here. All right, let's see here. We've got, haven't even started the day. 6:57 on the clock. That's good. That's where the 70 is at. Yep, 6 hours, 57 minutes. Fun times. Let's go back to the 8-day. And again, we are only getting just under 4 hours back tomorrow. So, yeah, 6:57. What do we got going on today? 2:19, we have a fuel stop. We are going to arrive in Richmond, south of Richmond, in 6.5 hours. So let's do that math real quick, shall we? 6.5 hours of driving time, just under 7 hours of time on the clock, and I've got a fuel, and I've done my pre-walk around, but I haven't actually recorded a pre-trip yet, so I'm going to save that till the very, very last. If everything goes right, it should happen like clockwork, and we should be pretty much down to 0 at the end of the day. So let's see how it goes, shall we? Here it is, south of the border, conveniently located in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, I've wanted to check this place out. I don't know if they're open right now due to the Rona. They're definitely not open right now because it's still pretty early in the morning. But yeah, they've got all kinds of neat little things, it looks like. So definitely a place I eventually am going to stop and check out and take you guys with me. But yeah, it's south of the border in the middle of nowhere. Conveniently located there, of course. Good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday. Look at that right there. That's all I've got. That is it. Well, I know, last I left you, things were different. I shouldn't be up this early in the morning. Truck rolling, getting ready to roll. Yeah, lots of stuff happened yesterday. None of it great. All the planned stuff just went kaput. Just went so let's get out on the road, get some light out here so I can actually show you where I'm driving, get some scenery in there, and I will fill you in on what happened yesterday. We are on the 495 northbound on the outskirts of Washington, D.C. Yes, our nation's second capital. Yeah. Unfortunately, taking the 495 this direction, no view of the actual downtown, Capitol buildings, any of that stuff. If I took the other way on 495, I'd get a brief glimpse of it as I was crossing over the Potomac, but that would have also added 20 minutes to my drive, and I don't have that. In fact, Nagata says I've got an hour and 46 minutes to my destination, and Betty says I've got an hour and 54 minutes to do it. So not much of a buffer there. Let's hope I don't run into a lot of traffic. So, man, yesterday did not go as planned. Got all the way to the Loves, was ready for that repower, and fleet manager couldn't find anybody. Finally found somebody, but I was going to have to make his overnight delivery. So you probably saw I posted, the whole live feed that I was going to do yesterday at 5 Eastern. Well, once I realized that I was going to have to do that overnight, that meant I'd have to do that trailer swap and then quickly go ahead and get to sleep. So no live feed. Of course, not too far after I canceled that, of course I hit traffic. As soon as I said it, there's the traffic. Anyways, as soon as I said that, or as soon as I canceled that live feed, the repower ended up not working out anyway, because the other person wouldn't have been able to make it with his hours either. There was a misunderstanding on when the delivery was, blah, blah, blah. So that didn't happen. You probably also saw I was going to upload another video yesterday too, and I got that uploaded and was getting ready to post it, and boom, copyright claim. Yeah, one of the songs that I was using had a copyright claim, so had to take that down, re-edit it, re-upload it. So that's going through that right now, and hopefully I'll be able to get that done this evening. Hopefully I'll have some time to actually do a live again this evening. We'll see. Oh, you'll already know. For me, we'll see. So anyways, that is what's going on this wonderful Wednesday. Sitting in traffic. Yay. Yeah, I will catch up to you guys when I know what's going on for, with this load. I mean, I don't know if they're going to be able to find a repower. I'm going to be within 2 hours of the O2 at this point. Maybe they'll find somebody. It's already late. It was supposed to be there this morning at 7 a.m. It's 7:49 right now. And so, yeah, we'll see. I mean, if they can't find anybody, I mean, there's a chance that I may be sitting on this load through tomorrow, because I think they're closed tomorrow, and then be a work-in on Friday. Yeah, but at least I'll get a 34 out of it. But anyways, we'll just have to see how it goes. I will keep you updated on this final day of this weekly update. See you soon. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Question of the Week. Woo! I do love this segment, man. I really do. All right, so Question of the Week this week is by Michael M. And it says, great video. That was one of my previous videos. Great video. Thank you very much, Michael M. Appreciate it. It says, how loud is the Reefer when you're parked and trying to sleep? Did it take time getting used to the sound and being able to sleep comfortably with it running? Thanks. So as far as how loud is it, it's fairly loud, but it's a low rumble loud. And it vibrates the truck and everything, and you feel it. It's not a high pitch, which is great. If it was a high pitched, man, that would be just too much for me. There'd be no way. But that low rumble is actually kind of soothing. It did take about I'd say 3 days of having the Reefer going for me to really get used to it. But that's it. 3 days. Not bad at all. So I was very happy with that. And now I've got a dry load right now, and listen how quiet it is. There's nothing. I'm parked in a Target parking lot where there's no other trucks around. It's quiet. The Reefer's not running. My APU's not running. It might be a little too quiet for me to sleep. It's kind of like one of those white noise machines after a while. It drowns out everything else so you can just, get that nice deep sleep. And I actually enjoy having the Reefer on, believe it or not now. So yeah, I hope that answers the question. Whew, what a week. Man, I gotta tell you. So first of all, check out Mr. Pumpkins here. Look at that. He's got his, he's sporting the Christmas spirit already. Thank you, Mr. Pumpkins. Oh man, what a week it has been, I tell you. So first of all, how's this? Is this definitely a lot better? Huh? As far as video quality? As far as Not getting the shakes and the bumps and the moves and all that stuff? Yeah? Yeah. Come on, follow me around. That's because I've got my gimbal. That's right. The gimbal was the poll winner of, well, of the poll, not of the week. But remember I had that poll, gimbal or mic? Well, you guys chose gimbal, and the gimbal is in. It's the DJI OM4 Osmo. Man, this thing is nice. I can't wait to really start playing with it. And I'm back. Okay, I just got an emergency alert that interrupted my my wonderful video here, and the emergency alert was to have a safe Thanksgiving and wear a mask. Okay. Okay. Anyway, so anyways, yeah, the DJI gimbal. This thing is neat. I can't wait to start playing with it. So far, it's pretty cool. It's actually tracking me. I'm moving around, and it's tracking me. So. Not bad, not bad. All right, so what has gone on? Well, they could not get the repower. Plain and simple, couldn't find anybody to do it. The good news is these places are going to be open tomorrow. So I do have delivery set up for the first place tomorrow at 8 a.m. I'm 2.5 hours away. So I'm gonna have to get a real early start, which kind of sucks. But it is what it is. So I'm going to be heading to bed here pretty soon. And let's see, the other one is not until the afternoon, but that's fine. I got to drive all the way to Connecticut for that one anyway. So, oh well, it is what it is. This load ended up being a cluster. It didn't work out the way that I was hoping it would. I'm bummed out about it, but you know what? It's a learning experience. I've learned, and now I know that next time this situation comes up, it probably would have been best for me to go ahead and just take that 34 and deal with it. Although it probably ended up working about the same anyway, except my days off were interrupted because I only got a half day yesterday and a half day today. I did get my laundry done not too long ago, so that helped. But man, not really a good relaxing day off. So I think, yeah, next time I come into that situation, I'll probably just go ahead and take the 34, see how that plays out, and go from there. So that is it, everybody. So a lot has happened this week, and this particular vlog, this weekly update, is going to be so freaking long, and it's going to take me forever to edit. I'm hoping to have it to you guys Friday. It's Wednesday evening right now. We're going to see. So here's the thing. I appreciate you guys hanging through all these changes and updates and stuff that I'm doing. I've got big plans for this channel. Big plans. I can't wait to get those plans announced to you guys. It's going to be awesome. But for right now, it's when I'm making all these changes to fine-tune it and to adapt it to where everything's just going to come all together and be perfect for you guys. All right, so one of the changes that I'm going to go ahead and implement on these weekly updates, I'm not going to do a weekly update. I'm going to do 2 updates a week instead. So that way, it'll break it down. I'm going to try and get my videos shorter. I know my video average length is about 30 minutes, 30 to 35, sometimes 40 minutes. And I know not everybody has time to sit around and watch all that stuff. You guys, probably speed it all up anyway. So I'm going to try and get them down to about 15 to 20 minutes so you guys have time to actually watch them in real time and actually enjoy them. And so, less content, greater quality, and I'll pump, the 2 updates out a week for you guys. And plus, still planning on doing a 3rd video each week, kind of a interesting information or a how-to, or like the last video I just published, the truck wash, things like that. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Please comment, let me know. I really appreciate your comments, and don't forget, ask me some great questions. You may end up on the question of the week. You guys ready for us to wrap this up with the MPG readings for the week? Let's go ahead and do it. So any guesses on 2 things? Number 1, what was my MPG? Anybody? Was it high? Was it low? Was it somewhere in between? And what about my miles? It's been a busy week, so how many miles do you think I ran? Okay, keep in mind my average is about 2,200 overall. All right, here we go. Let's take a look. First of all, look at that. 2,200, forget that. 3262. Man, it was a busy week. I'm worn out. Just did get my laundry finished. Well, I already mentioned that. So, but yeah, I'm worn out. 3262. That's why. Fuel mileage though, overall not bad. It helps that this load is light, but previous loads were heavy. I had a lot of wind going on in the previous load. A lot of ups and downs on the hills and stuff. So 8.5 on the MPG. Overall, not too shabby. I'll take that. All right. Probably a lot more idle here. Yeah, 4.9 hours of idle time. A little high. A lot of waiting around. You know, and being in lines and traffic and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, there was a lot of idle time. 7%. However, the fuel of my 383 gallons, I only used 2.6 gallons of that, so which is 0% or less than 1%. So overall, not too bad. 8.5, I will take that. It seems that it is steadily improving and getting better. And there we go. My MPG readings of the week. Thank you for watching this feature presentation from me, JJ the Trucker. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up or two. I'd appreciate it. That way I know which videos you guys are enjoying. And you know what to do now. That's right. That's right. You see it right there. Click on my face. Click on my face. See what happens when you click on my face. You know you wanna. Other than that, check out some of my other videos for more great content, such as the one YouTube's recommending, the one I'm recommending, or for more free JJ the Trucker merch, check out the other video. Later.